Hi, hello everyone. Thank you for coming back to join me today. First, I want to apologise. I've been away for a week, and before I went away, I did a flip through of these two journals that I made. And if you remember, I made these using the kit Vintage Days from Andrea Mays. I did the video flip through. I put it up on YouTube and scheduled it to come out while I was away. And for some reason, IT and me don't match very well. The video's gone, it's disappeared, it didn't come out, so I don't know what happened. And of course, because I'd already uploaded it to YouTube, I deleted it from my phone. So I'm going to do another flip through. So apologies. I made two. Very similar. They both got very similar flips and things in them, but they are different. They ended up measuring approximately, I'm going to say 6.5 to the edge of the book, and the spines are about 3 inches. There's a little dangle on each of the spines, so they've each got a dangle there. They've each got 7 signatures. I stuck with the 7. I did it. I'm very proud of myself. And I went with a brown. I found a brown book cover. The other one that I'd done was black. So it's just a book cover that I've cut in half. And I've put some fabric on the inside. This one has Nottingham Pelham Street. It's a reproduction postcard. Nottingham's where I live, and Pelham Street is actually where we bought my engagement ring from. There's a jeweller's just up there that we got my engagement ring from, not in 1890 though. And then this one is Nottingham Long Row, same period, 1890. So there's the two of them. So I'll take you through both. I'm going to unclip the dangle on the back. Both held together with seam binding, and as I say, the kits that I've used are from Andrea Mays, and in general I have used her Vintage Days kit, but there are some other some of her freebies that she has on her Ko-fi site, and some of the collage pages that she had, so there's all sorts of a mix. And then it's a piece of vintage fabric that I've used there as well. They do lay flat. They are a little bit stiff, obviously, because they've just been made, but you can see it does lay quite flat, so it's easy to write in. So the inside, I've just put some tea-dyed calico in there, and I've put seam binding as a tie ribbon on both of them. There's a ruffle down there that I've stitched, and again, that's just tea-dyed calico, and this is the kit from Andrea Mays. And I've cut the kit in half. It was a UK A4 kit, so it's double the height, you know, a normal size kit. But I, in one of my videos, I think I showed you, I cut them in half randomly and to get the pictures that I wanted. So here on this one, there's a little pocket just there, and the little lady, and just some extra, the little girl rather. And I've just put some extra little papers in there that you can either use to write on or to decorate the pages further if you wanted to. This is a flip out on there, and that's my tea-dye papers. And then there's a Tim Holtz card there, and I've just put some extra paper on the back. And that one fits in there. And I've had a few videos making this as well. Little pockets here, so there's just some extra paper in there that I've had left over, and a little picture just there, just fits in that pocket. I've decorated that. And then on the back, this is some Tim Holtz tissue paper, and that's just the extra the paper that was folded over there. This is Andrea's wallpapers. I can't remember if it's called vintage wallpapers or worn wallpapers, but I've just tried to keep it kind of vintagey. Tab on there, that's an up-tuck, and just with a couple of journaling cards on there, because there wasn't an awful, I mean, you can write on this, or you could put something on it and write on it, or clip something on. So I've tried to put places that you can write on it. Book page there, and again some extra journaling space on there. And I think this is from Andrea's one of her ephemera sets. That's a pocket just there, so that's just a tuck up there, and I decorated it to go that way because it's tucked up in there. These are from Andrea's tag fabrication set that she did with Tracy Fox, and I think these are from her cluster sets. Decorated a little bit there, little flip out just there. So that's the middle. I think there's about 160 pages front and back in all of this. Some decoration on the side of that page. Little belly band just there with the little boy or the little girl and their dog. And that's just, this is from the kit as well, the Vintage Days kit. And I've just backed it with some other paper. And that just fits in there. Decorated that. These are some Tim Holtz bits that I've had. But you buy Tim Holtz, then you don't use it. I don't. I tend to hoard it. I think I did this one with you. So that's the seed seller that's gone off to Japan. He's having some... He took some chrysalises with him as well, so that there's some butterflies to pollinate his little seeds. One of Andrea's, she's got a set with tickets in, some Tim Holtz people. And then again, I've just put some extra writing paper on there. So there is quite a lot of places that you can write on this one. And then that has some fabric on it. So that's the first signature. Then this, we did it as a flip. And then I've just decorated, and again, some extra paper on there. And this is, I think this was from one of Andrea's collage kits, I think it was. And some extra paper on there as well. So there is actually quite a lot of space in here to journal. And then another one just there. And then the little Tim Holtz guy sat there on his postage stamp. And then this I did as an extra flip out, an extra flip out. So of course all of that can be written on. And then there's a little card there, and that's got some scraps of paper that I had left over on there. And again, that's the wallpaper. My tea dye papers. Book page there, the wallpapers. And then I've just used one of the tags there to put one of the little photos in. There's a pocket. So I've tried to make it as interesting as I can. There's a little ticket just there, or a little journal card just there. And that just extends that pocket. Yeah, I did it as that was a short pocket there. So I added that little pocket on it just to extend it. And that flips out with the little Tim Holtz people on there. There's a pocket just there. Again, these are from Andrea's ephemera set. And then a nice flap there, and a lady. I hope you can see that. A nice one of the ladies there. Again, another ruffle. And then there's a bingo card there. Again, with extra paper on. Tim Holtz people. That reminds me of my nan very much. Some more of the Tim Holtz tissue paper there. And a little tiny belly band just there. Just made out of one of the Tim Holtz tape measures, ruler sets. And then one of Andrea's tickets. Yep. Yeah, they're all, I think they're all Andrea's. I tried to keep it as much of Andrea's as I could. Wallpaper. You can still write on this. Some music paper, and that's folded up to be a pocket. And again, journaling spot there. I think that was a Tim Holtz card, hair cutting chart. It made me smile. But I thought it fits with the vintage feel that I was trying to go for. And again, some Tim Holtz people there. And some more journaling places just there. And again, you can stick something on here if you wanted more writing space or whatever. A little tuck spot just there. And just there. That's one of the Tim Holtz. I backed it to make it a little bit stronger and cut round it, because I just wanted it to be a little, and it is just a little tuck spot there. And then that's just some extra paper that I had left over tucked in there. So I think he's quite keen on her. He's got a soft spot for her. He's got a little twinkle in his eye, look. I think she's been quite elusive. Little bit of fabric on there that I've just left as a little pocket. And they've folded up just because the paper's made it fold. They'll lay down. That just flips out there, again with the two ladies. And again, the tissue paper from Tim Holtz. Little fabric slip just there, and some vintage lace. So I am pleased how these turned out, I have to say. I've just clipped that photo on there. I've not backed it or anything, because I thought I'd leave it for somebody to decide what they want to do with that. Another journaling spot just there. Again, Tim Holtz people that I've slightly coloured and put the Tim Holtz frosted crystals, I think it's called. That flips out, so you've got lots of journaling space on there, and it flips that way as well. And that again is another flip out, so there is a lot of space. There's more space than you think. Little family album with some extra journaling space. That's got a long piece of paper attached to it. And those ladies there posing for their photo to go in the album, I think. And again, there's a little ruffle on there. What did I do that? Oh yeah, that was a flip. So that's just a flip out there, because you can write on both of those. Some more of the Tim Holtz paper there. And then just some extras that I had left over. So a photo that I had backed, and then just some extra paper. So I think it's always nice to include the papers that you've been working with, so that whoever gets the journal can use it how they want. It all matches then, doesn't it? Beautiful lady there. And again, I've just added those. It flips out there. I mean, you could, if you wanted to, you could close that off and make it a tuck spot if you want. You don't have to have it as a flip. Some vintage wallpaper in the middle of that one. And again, that flips out. And you can write on this as well as this. There's more space than you think, isn't there? There's a little flip on there. So both of these journals are different to each other, but follow the same theme. So they'll, I think, mostly they've got the same kind of pockets in. And then the last signature is a pocket just there. Some very thin dictionary page there, and I've just strengthened it. I've left that open, but you could close it and have it as a tuck spot if you didn't want it to flap open, but I thought I would leave it and let the person decide what they want to do. Then there's an envelope hooked over here. If I take the envelope off, can't get it off. So I made an envelope and I've just put a pocket on there with a little card in. And then there's some of Andrea's ephemera in there. It just tucks in there and it just goes over that page like that. So I hope you like these. It was different, and it was different trying to think. So I've extended that one again. So again, you could either keep this as an extension flip, or you could seal it and have that as a pocket, a flip out pocket. So either use it for writing space or join it on two sides and have it as a pocket, and it would still flip out. So again, choices. It was interesting trying to think what sorts of pockets you can have, because obviously it's on a landscape orientation, isn't it? So it's just that little bit different. Some extra paper there. Another Tim Holtz lady, little girl that I've coloured. Then I've put a little, that's one of the little cards that I've just covered on the back. It just clips on there. Again, extra writing space. Journal card in there. That flips out all the way out. Move the book over. And there's a little lady, that Tim Holtz lady, that I put on there, and I've just put some of the paper that I had left over. So that can be one of the wallpapers used to write on as well. Another journaling card just there. And then on the last page, there's a couple of journaling cards in there. They do fit. Nothing ever fits properly when you're doing a video. And that's the back. So that is one. I'm not sure if I said, but I think there's something like 160 pages front and back. So that's Nottingham Pelham Street. And then this one is Nottingham Long Row. So the same sizes, it's got slightly darker seam binding on it. But as I say, it's the same kind of format. So I won't tell you what the papers are because I think you can guess by now. There's the pocket in there with the extra bits and pieces on. This one, I decorated the back of the envelope so that you could see the image through the window. That just tucks in there so they look through. Little pocket just there. It flips out. Sorry, move over a bit. It flips out. There's 2 pages there. And then again on the back, some of the Tim Holtz tissue that I've decorated there. Little tuck spot just there. Tuck spot there, and again more writing paper. The little tuck just there, same as the other one. One of the Tim Holtz cards just there, and there's a little tuck spot just there. That just flips out, and again it's decorated. And that one flips out. Some more decoration there. The little belly band with the little booklet, and the lady from the, are they the photo booths? Tim Holtz photo booths, I think. And then, did I do that as a tuck? No, I didn't. So that's just decorated. I wasn't sure whether to leave that as a little tuck spot, but I think when I did, he kept dropping out, so I ended up gluing him in. And that again with the Tim Holtz people enjoying the beers. They're at the movies, having a beer at the movies. Daily News, that's what happened afterwards, you see, what they got up to when they came out the cinema. I bet they bought the papers on the way home. Again, the ticket with the little tuck spot, and decorated again with a couple of Tim Holtz. Again, we've got the little pocket just there. I think that's a Tim Holtz ticket that I've just decorated up there. C. Mitchell, there he is, photographer. Well, he could be a distiller. See, it says, oh, let me get it right. This is Mr. C. Mitchell, who's a distiller of whiskey, and he's gone to have his photo taken. How's that? A little journaling card just there. Tim Holtz photo there, and again there's just some extra bits on there. And again, she's looking very wistfully at him. She's at a dance in 1881, and she's desperately hoping he's going to ask her out for a dance. And she's just stood waiting patiently. That flips out the same as in the other one, and again with some extra bits and pieces just there. And then in the middle, again, a tag on there. And then that's just a letter that I've decorated and put something on the back so that can be written on. That, same as in the other one, flips all the way out. I love this wallpaper. Reminds me of my grand's house. And then on the back of that, we've got a little tuck spot just there. There's a little pocket just there. And again, they flip right on that as well. Another little pocket just there, very truly yours. There's a couple of journal cards in there, and again, that's the C. Mitchell from one of Andrea's papers. Then that's got the noble game of the swan, a little card, and that's just tucked in there. And there's a little tuck spot there as well. So I've tried to make the most of the pages as I could. And again, some extra journaling space in that one. The two ladies, aren't they cute? So they're sat in the gardens and they're going to send a postcard home and let everybody know where they've been. But they're sat there, putting the world to rights, bless them. Put the daffodil on there just to decorate that a little bit. So maybe these have turned out a little bit eclectic, I don't know. Some of the Tim Holtz little bits there. But I have enjoyed making them, and that's what this is about for me. I enjoy making things. Again, the 3 tags in the little belly band. I don't journal myself, but I do like to look through people's journals and see how they make them and what they put in them and things like that. And again, some extra journaling space just there behind that lovely lady. And that says a picture of health and beauty. And then there's a little pocket there. That's just some extra journaling space. I tried to use all the bits of paper that I had left over. Again, the pocket. That flips out with the 2 gentlemen and the dog on there. And they're sitting on a tag. Just there. I don't know if you can see that. Again, fabric. And then that flips that way and that way. So they are slightly different, but they've got roughly the same. I think they've got the same number of pockets in. And again, the Tim Holtz people. Different order. Just one of the Tim Holtz cards clipped on there. It flips out. And again, the photo album. Some extra paper on. And then I think this couple, they're viewing this house and they might buy it. They're just thinking about it. But then they will need a family album, won't they? If they purchase that and start the family in it. Little tag there in that pocket. And again, the Tim Holtz paper there. And the same as in the other one, the paper that I had left over. Another pocket there with the 3 ladies on. And I think that's the grandma of these girls. They're all sisters sat there. Little flip again there. Again, vintage wallpaper. And again, it flips out. But if you didn't want it to, you could close it and have it as a tuck spot. Some fabric on there. It's not fabric, it's a bit of a crochet doily that I've just put on that one. That flips out there. There's a little pocket just there. And then again, that flips out. So again, you could glue it down top and bottom and have it as pocket if you wanted to. And then it would, So this one flips out like that, so you can write on it, but you could also have it as a tuck spot because you'd put glue on those two bits. So that would still flip out, but it would be a pocket there, if that makes sense. I hope it does. Another of the envelopes. So there's one of the photos on there. And then the same as the other one, it has a little pocket on it. And then it's got the same ephemera pieces in it. Well, two of the same. It's got the library card and the, I don't know what it is, but it's some sort of ephemera that Andrea had that she copied. So they just go in there. So they've both got pieces of vintage ephemera in them. Not real ephemera, you know what I mean. Scanned from one of Andrea's digitals. Why can I never get paper clips on? Who knows? I always worry they're going to tear the paper clips. So again, this one, you can see how flat it's laying. It's nice and flat. It's not bouncing around. And they do get more supple as time goes on when you're using them. That one flips out. So I've left almost left the poem. I had to cover up the, or he, or in. Can't read what it says now. Little journaling card just there. And then I think this is the last signature. So we've got a gentleman in there and another of the journaling cards. Again, extra paper. The wallpaper. One of the little booklets on there. Another pocket just there. That one flips out again, the same as in the other one. I used a gentleman in this one, but with the same kind of papers behind. That just fits behind him. Another pocket just there. And then that flips out. It's got that lovely little girl. And again, that's one of the Tim Holtz girls that I've coloured in. And that's the second one. And that's the long row. So I have really enjoyed making these. It's been a bit different for me. I don't know what happened to my last video. Who knows? So how am I going to play this one? So I still have some people on my reserve list. So what I'm going to do is, as I put this video out, I will contact the next person on the list and offer them one of these and give them a choice of which they want. And then whichever one they don't want will go into my shop. Or if they don't want it at all, I will put both of them in my shop. But that's the way I'm going to do it. So I will offer it to the next person on the list first. So I don't know when the other one will go into my shop at this time. Today I'm doing this video Sunday. The video will go out tomorrow, which is Monday. So the chances are, if the person gets back to me, I will post whichever one's for sale in my shop on Tuesday. So I hope you like them. I've loved working with Andrea's papers, as I always do. I hope that you like them. Something a bit different for me. But take care all, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.